Another situation that is confounding and concerning is one that the Biden administration has expressed very sharp concern about, which is a new law in Uganda, which is being called the Kill the Gays law, which establishes, in fact, the death penalty for something they call aggravated homosexuality. They've already started to arrest people under this law. They're threatening to kill people just for being gay. The Biden administration has been very sharply critical of this. The Obama administration was very sharply critical of this in 2013 and 2014 when the Ugandan government tried it the first time around. But there are a couple ways in which U.S. fingerprints are actually on this horrific policy. One is that American right-wing evangelical activists have encouraged the Ugandan government to do this. The other is that U.S. funds make up a significant portion of the Ugandan government's operating expenses, specifically the massive assistance we give them through the PEPFAR program to contradict the effects of HIV and AIDS in that country. PEPFAR is, of course, a very successful program. And I think all sort of righteous people want to defend it in terms of how many lives it's saved around the world. But I keep hearing
25 million.
I mean, it's an astonishingly effective American program, perhaps one of the most life-saving American interventions in the world ever. And I keep hearing from activists who are trying to keep the gay community from being killed off by their government in Uganda that PEPFAR funds are specifically being routed through the Ugandan government in a way that empowers and rewards the ministries and the individual ministers who are most responsible in Uganda for that policy. And given how strongly the administration feels about this, isn't there a way that that funding could be directed so that it's still solving the problem in Uganda, but it is not making the problem worse for that sexual minority that is facing really, really serious risk?
You know, I was asked this question by Lawrence O'Donnell when I was on his show the last time after you spoke to him. And let me just start out by saying that this law is horrific. And we've made very clear in no uncertain terms to the Ugandan government that it is unacceptable. And we are doing everything in our power to support the LGBTQ community in Uganda to ensure their safety and to ensure that they are not damaged by this law. And we do know that at least one individual has recently been arrested and charged and is in the process of being tried.
And because it's a capital offense, is being held in prison awaiting trial.
And it is a capital
life-threatening situation.
So we are looking at, and I said this before, how we can continue to provide the good support that PEPFAR provides directly to individuals to help save their lives without putting that funding through the Ugandan government or through individuals in the Ugandan government who are responsible for implementing this law. It's a huge dilemma, but we have to find a way to do that. And we have to find a way to hold those accountable who are basically violating the human rights of the LGBTQ community in Uganda. We engage with them on a regular basis. I was involved with the situation during the 2013-2014 period during the Obama administration when I was Assistant Secretary for Africa, and we were successful in getting the government to stop moving forward on the law. We failed on that this time around, but we're continuing to engage the LGBTQ community on how we can help them and also to put pressure on the Ugandan government to push back and urge them not to enforce this horrific law.
Neighboring countries, of course, watching closely to see what happens in Uganda to see if they should also pursue legislation like this, raising the stakes even further. Linda Thomas-Greenfield, Madam Ambassador, our ambassador to the United Nations, busiest woman in New York this week. Thank you so much for your time. It's an honor to have this much time with you.
Thank you very much.